Hello YouTube, welcome to my channel, Lifestyle Aesthetics, where we teach you how to level up consistently over time. So in today's video, we are going to work out with cables. Minimalist workout for upper body only. Starting off with triceps. So grabbing the rope attachment is actually pretty useful. It's pretty fun. It does a lot of things where you can manipulate how you move the cable machine, that you angle it out, the different positions and the height levels. So I basically pull the machine down, the rope down, and then I pull it a little bit more to get that tricep activation going on. So we don't go with heavy with these, trying to do perfect reps, 80 pounds, and then drop set it to 60 pounds. So the benefit with the cables is that you are pretty much able to do almost every type of workout and you still feel the contraction in the muscle groups that you're trying to focus on. So with these ropes, pretty useful because you could do triceps, the back, shoulders, hammer curls. You could even do some Romanian deadlift. But today we only focus on the upper body. So as you could see with these tricep pull downs with the rope, I am pulling the weight apart, putting the rope away apart to make sure that my triceps are actually being activated. And then I am doing face pulls with the ropes. So the way I like to do these is that I pretend that I'm trying to uh, crash my forehead or my nose into the middle part, the metallic part of the hook, and I'm trying to keep like a Y or T shaped uh, with my arms upwards and my shoulders being pulled back. So this is good for the upper traps, but more so focus on the rear deltoids because if you neglect to work out your rear deltoids, your muscle and your shoulders are going to be imbalanced and you are going to have poor posture to where you're naturally leaning more to the front because the weight of the muscles is pushing you forward as opposed to being upright. So with these, I like to make sure that I am doing this correctly. Trying to make sure that my um, my fists is pretty much the opposite way. So when I grab the handles of the ropes, I'm doing it in this format where it's neutral grip and it's basically away from the machine and making sure that my arm is straight when I'm pulling it all the way back, making sure that your rear deltoids are being activated when you're doing these workouts. And as you can see, I'm always doing drop sets with these type of workouts. With the minimalist type of workout, the whole point is to make sure that you are doing the workouts correctly. You go in and come out of the gym, no excuses, no time wasted. And I always do my workouts in the morning and then it's fasted so I don't eat for the first 5 hours. Then I go on the treadmill for 15 minutes for level 15 incline for 30 minutes. So with these hammer curls on the rope, it's focusing on the forearms and bicep, so the longer head. And this is gonna make your biceps pop out more from that side angle. So with these type of bicep curls, hammer curls on the rope, it's fun because you feel it more with the cable for some odd reason as opposed to doing it with the dumbbells. And I like to do both versions to make sure that my strength is actually increasing as I do these. But doing it with the cables, it's a lot of fun. You feel it a lot more, and you're able to get more exhausted, giving that more. You feel the effort more when you do these hammer curls with the ropes. So when I do these, I'm pulling the rope up a little bit fast, and then trying to have a controlled weight back down. Controlled reps is what keeps us strong and aesthetic here. So doing these for 8 to 10 reps, 12 if I can, depending on how light I go with the weight. But 8 to 10 reps is key. It's a little bit heavy, but at the same time, you're making sure that you're doing this correctly. Perfect form, keeping those elbows locked in. You're not really trying to pull the weight with your upper body. It's just all arm work, all bicep work. Your elbows are supposed to be locked in when you do these, and your shoulders as well, stiffed, locked in when you do these hammer curls. So something fun that I was doing are these cable flies with an incline. So people keep talking about doing dumbbell flies on an incline for the upper chest. I honestly do not feel it unless I'm doing it with cables. So with the cables, I want to make sure you're doing this at a level 2. So you feel it more in your upper chest. And you're gonna have to play around with the bench in the sense that how you want to position yourself correctly a little bit ahead. Do not forget to pull the the rack down so that way you're doing this correctly, because if you do it too high, you're not really working out the upper chest. So trying to stretch backwards as much as you can. I'm not doing this as heavy, 50 pounds on each side, give or take, because if you do it too heavy, you cannot do these flies correctly. Then you won't injure yourself. So holding it at the top for 2 seconds, letting it go, slow controlled reps. That's our motto. You want to make sure that your incline is not your incline benches are not being neglected, your upper chest, because that's the muscle group in the chest area where if you focus a little bit more on the upper chest, everything else will follow through. You will get that Greek God look, that Greek warrior look, to make sure that you are looking pretty great. And I'm a natural. I don't take anything. I don't even take a pre-workout or those protein powders. It's just straight food and water. Every so often I eat a little snack. Right, you want to make sure that your diet is sustainable, because you're trying to do this long term, trying to do this until you're old. You want to keep your body strong, healthy, trying to take care of your heart with the incline walks. Right, in America, heart health is a big issue, so you want to make sure that you take care of your heart by doing these cardio every so often after the workout. So with this, I elevated the rack a little bit more, and I'm working out the middle chest. So I'm supposed to push the weight with the handles and switch as I go across. So I gotta be mindful of what arm was above the other one, so that way it's doing it correctly. Um, but this is good. This is a good chest activation, because when you do these flat presses, you're not always going to have the greatest range of motion. So doing it with cables, it's pretty good to make sure that you don't neglect anything of that chest muscle group in the middle area. This kind of helps you more to uh, push the chest a little bit more together to get that armor plated look. So doing this cross, one hand over the other every rep, trying to make sure I hold it towards the middle, so that way, you feel the contraction as you do each rep. I don't really feel this as much on my tricep, which is okay, because you already worked those out. You care more about the chest. You will feel it a little bit more on the front deltoid, the front shoulders. So doing drop sets again, making sure that it's even on both sides. And for this one, the bench is a little bit more forward, because you want to make sure you have that full range of motion. This is a little bit more different compared to dumbbells, because you are usually benching heavy with the dumbbells. But with the cables, you can lean the arm a little bit more back safely when you don't put too much weight on it. And 8 to 10 reps is the way to go. If you're doing heavy, 5 to 8 reps is okay. Trying to make sure you're doing it till failure, and you're putting a lot of maximum effort with these reps. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Like and subscribe, and I will catch you in the next video.